Welcome along to the Grady Daily. I'm your host, Gunter Schroeder, bringing you all the headlines you need to know on this Monday morning. University of Georgia's Alpha Chi Omega chapter honoring UGA student Laken Riley 1 year after her murder. Participants ran or walked in Laken's Miles, an event where participants were encouraged to run or walk for 22 minutes without stopping this February 22nd as a tribute to Riley, who was murdered a year ago while running on UGA's campus. A new tort reform bill in Georgia that aims to lower insurance rates and facilitate business growth passed the Georgia State Senate on Friday by a 33-21 vote. Governor Brian Kemp previously saying that was his top priority, was to initiate tort reform in the state of Georgia. And despite Senate Democrats claiming that this bill will not actually lower insurance rates in the long run, the bill now heads to the state house and then potentially Governor Kemp's desk. In Jackson County, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation arrested and charged a Jefferson police officer for confidential information that he disclosed to a city official. Reginald Lee New, a sergeant with the Jefferson Police Department, was booked into the Jackson County Jail last Thursday for disclosing information from the Georgia Crime Information Center. That's all we've got for now, but make sure to tune in to the full Grady News Source show tonight at 5, wherever you get your news. When it opened its doors in 2020, the Jackson County Agricultural Facility was meant to be just that, a space for agricultural events. But now it's become much more than that. Now nonprofits are taking advantage of the space too, led by Legacy Youth Mentoring, celebrating their 20th anniversary and their biggest crowd anticipated yet. This Monday afternoon, preparations are underway for Jackson County-based Legacy Youth Mentoring's biggest event of the year, a gala luncheon for the program's 20th anniversary. It's been a long journey for program coordinator Lisa Stevens, who joined the program as a volunteer near its inception shortly after moving to the area.
I moved to Jackson County as a resident in 2004, and I saw an ad in the newspaper that said mentors needed, and I was like, oh, I can do that. So I checked into it. They were just starting a mentor program in the schools, and I became a volunteer.
Since that point, Stevens has helped get over 300 volunteer mentors participate and reach 330 students in Jackson County and Jefferson and Commerce City schools. Considering how the first gala looked, it's hardly believable the growth the program has seen.
We started one of these galas in a very small, I think it was the upper room of a bank, with about 40 people 20 years ago. And we had a little party, and we just wanted to thank our mentors. And so now it's grown. Last year we had 600 people here. This year, very similar in size.
When involvement numbers began to reach over 500 people, Stevens knew they needed a new place to house their marquee event. Enter the Jackson County Agricultural Facility, which opened in 2020 with the purpose of hosting county livestock events. But when it began, facility manager David Burton and others quickly realized it filled a community need for large groups.
COVID vaccines here, and we administered about 7,600. And that got people in here that would have never come for a livestock show, but they came and they said, hey, this would be a good place for a dog show. This would be a good place for a gala event. And so that opened up a lot of doors. Now people see so many uses and what a multi-purpose facility it is.
Now the partnership will help Legacy Youth Mentoring grow their network even further.
So we were thrilled to find it. And I mean, you just couldn't ask for finer folks for working with you and organizing and just helping set up and helping us, providing anything we need, really.
Gunter Schroeder, Grady News Source. Late last week, preparations began again for Jackson County government officials to figure out how to get a $200 million infrastructure improvement passed over the next 6 years. But voters have rejected twice T-SPLOS, or Transportation Special Purpose Local Option Sales Taxes, in Jackson County so far. While government officials are preparing there, many small business owners in the downtown Jefferson area hadn't actually heard of the T-SPLOS, but many of them said it would be a welcome improvement to what is a struggling downtown area and some infrastructure problems that they've noticed as residents. Deborah Plott, owner of Prisley's Gifts in downtown Jefferson, says this new commitment to infrastructure could reverse the trend of the county falling behind in accompanying growth levels.
Well, I think that the infrastructure hasn't kept up with the growth. I think, in my opinion, the infrastructure needs to be in place before the growth comes, and that I haven't seen that happening. Our roads are pitiful, some of them.
And especially for downtown Jefferson, which consists of predominantly small businesses, That could bring some welcomed extra foot traffic in the future. Keith Chapman is a pharmacist at Jefferson Drugs, which has been serving the community since 1940. He says the store faces some unique challenges with parking due to it being located directly off a main road.
In our situation, we had a business open next to us that facilitates people coming in and staying a while. They have a bar, and that's kind of hurt our parking situations.
But he also said any sort of improvements to transportation would help every business downtown, not just theirs.
There's times when like school gets out that they could be lined up past the traffic light trying just to get through town, and that's pretty normal. Anything to alleviate the traffic down here would be great. I think it'd be better for the downtown, for the growth of the downtown.
While voters rejected the T-Splost last November during the presidential election, many government officials in Jackson County are hoping that some changes to the ballot this year will mean the third time's the charm. From Jefferson, I'm Gunter Schroeder, Grady News Source.